Hi everybody. I wanted to do a video on opening a new tarot deck and like how you can break it, where you can use incense, you can use Palo Santo, you can smudge it with sage, you can submerge it with salt, not salt water or anything, but basically just pour like salt on a plate or in a bowl and then lay the deck in there and then add salt on top and leave it for 24 hours. I have taken decks after I've smudged them and set them outside with the flap open on some selenite to charge. And I've done that, or I've just set them on a selenite plate and left it alone for 24 hours. So I have a new deck that I cut open. I haven't even touched it yet, other than the guidebook. So I figured I would teach you my way of breaking a deck, oracle deck, tarot deck, any type of card system. So anyways, this is a crystal tarot deck, and here it is. I just got it today. So I would start with sage. Like I said, you can use incense, dragon's blood, Palo Santo, Nag Champi. You can use other crystals to charge. It's very limitless of how you can charge it and just make it your way. I personally just like to go around and allow the smoke to go through. I tend to find that there are some people out there that cannot read tarot, but they can read oracle, or maybe sometimes they are not trusting their intuition. I know when I started reading tarot, I wrote down all the meanings of each card, upright and reverse, and I never paid attention to the traditional spreads like the Romanian spread, the Celtic cross, past, present, and draw, like any of like that. I would just allow my readings to be free-formed, and that really helped me. And then when I stopped reading tarot, because I noticed I would read myself through other people as a medium, and I would put myself into collectives, and that was a way I was bypassing being blocked from reading myself. And then I became biased in my reading, just went down. And I feel like that personally, when I caught on to that, was okay, I need to take a step back. So there are tips and trades, and even when I read tarot now, I don't think of the meanings of the cards. I just feel what I feel in the cards and let my intuition guide me. It's like a baseline, a kind of a guide, as long as you know the basic elements and whatnot, because each tarot card has its own ruler, what it stands for, the hidden symbology of it, the colors, all that. We all have like that format. So learning that helps when you read as well. But like I said, it's entirely up to your intuition. Pure based. And with me, I like to knock. I usually always, like every time I get a deck, I will split it. And it is what it is, because that's my combination. You have people that will, for instance, you bend the cards. There's people that can do it, shuffle like that. Or, the people that do this when they read and mix it all up, get it all messed up, and all this other stuff. And I get cards that fly away, obviously. So it is what it is. But I'm the type of person where I don't really like to do it because it bends my cards and I can't lay flat. And sometimes I notice when you bend a card too much, it basically creates a lapping system, kind of like this. So you can pull cards out in this lap that weren't supposed to come out. And sometimes you get cards that have no meaning that keep you stuck until you pull a clarifier or you catch like, oh, this isn't making sense, I'm putting this back. Like, trust your intuition, you know, type thing. So I'm very wary about bending my cards because I don't like how they bend like this, because this is a very stiff card. You would think this is, but, or isn't, but like I said, this is stiff when you put it together like that. And I've already bent it. As you can see, I've already bent it. So if you are like me, where I like cards to lay perfectly flat, you can take a heavy weighted block or a vise, like a vice grip, and basically set something on tightly and allow it to be flat for 20 to 48 hours. And there you go. So it is perfectly limitless as to exactly how you clean your deck, as long as you do, and make sure, like, when you use decks and you open energetic pathways, to always clear and cleanse. So I'm giving up cinnamon. So this was just a stick of cinnamon that shredded, and pieces came off from a stick. And I like to bless it because this is obviously a new deck. And I don't know, it's kind of give back, and cinnamon's usually great for, like, oh, bringing in new things, new energy, new pathways, things like that. You're just giving the deck good luck, good opening, good energy. And then this is Sweetgrass, and Sweetgrass is a thank you to the deck, thank you to this energy, thank you for everything that you will bring in. I also want to thank the sun, the earth, air, water, spirit, God source, and Mother Cosmos, and me. You know, thank the person that also created this too. You know, give them a little kickback. And that is how you break down a tarot deck my way. Or an oracle deck, playing card deck. That is entirely up to you if you want to follow this. This is just a simple, easy way. And then it's going to go back in the box after I've cleaned the box. And I'm going to go set it outside on some selenite and let the sun have at it. On some, you know, wood. So ground it, activate it, and yeah.